Hopefully it doesn't get any worse than this. Luckily we're pretty covered today, so it's not too big of an issue. Yeah, we're gonna get into it. We've got to do a replacement of a back sliding door. Anyways, we'll see you on site. Gotta have music. Keeps you sane throughout the day. Hello. Right, yeah, this is a sliding door they're replacing. The reason they're replacing it is because this is on the outside and this is on the inside, which means to shut that door you have to open this, shut the door, and then close the security screen, whereas normally on the new doors you will have the security screen on the outside which protects break-ins from the outside, and you can open and close as you will to let the breeze go in and out. Anyways, this thing's seen some better days because it's not only that style that's making them change it, but it's also the functionality, as the screen door doesn't lock anymore.
Right here I'm using my Stanley knife to cut between the architraves and the wall to prevent any paint tearing off when I rip the architraves off. That way when they come off, it's a lot easier for the painter, or you won't need to paint the wall at all because we haven't damaged it.
Might be obvious now that you can see we're not going to be able to save these. They're just too brittle, unfortunately. I don't want to leave, I don't want to try and just glue them back together or anything like that, just to try and save a couple of dollars. We may as well do it properly, and we'll have to go get some new bullnose architrave. That's alright, that's just part of it really. You anticipate having to do it, but you try and avoid it where you can. That's the nature of the beast, part of the building game, I guess.
I'm just pulling all the nails out here. Obviously we don't want nails hanging out. It's a danger hazard, and obviously when we put our new architraves on, we don't have that obstacle when we're installing them. I'm just using my reciprocating saw between the window reveal and the frame to cut those fixings that are holding it there, so when I go to pull out the frame there's nothing fighting me. There's a little trim between the soffit and the top of the window on the outside there, so I'm just cutting between the paint and the trim again and removing that to allow the door to come out at the top, because what we want to do is pull it from the top first because it's tied in there with the internal tiles on the floor, which I won't be able to pull the bottom out first, so we're going to pull the top out, and in order to do that we have to remove that little soffit on the outside. Right here I'm just using my hammer to knock off any excess mortar that's sticking through the bricks, so when we put the new window in, it doesn't hit against the new window frame and stop it from sitting where it needs to sit nice and flush.
I think we might be able to fit this. Oh, I think we'll just get it in, eh? We have to cut that plasterboard back, but we'll get it in. Check the width. We have probably about 1840 to play with, maybe 45. just trim up the plaster a little bit.
Because I'm a bit OCD, I can't help myself, but I've always got to clean up. It helps keep the site clean from danger, any trip hazards, and also clears my mind.
That's no good. A bit wet now. That sucks. I was hoping to cut this window out on the grass there, but you can see that's not an option. I've got to cut these. I've got to cut these reveals back 20 mil, so that way when the window goes in, it slots in around this brickwork here, but then the reveal stops nice and flush with the plaster, so we can then put the trim over that and hide the gap, I guess, between the window and the wall. Yeah, I guess there's no time like the present. Let's cut these reveals back. Alright, so we have an issue we have to overcome, and that issue is the window doesn't fit between the brickwork. So I'm going to notch the brickwork for the window to sit up to. But basically you'll see what I do, it'll make more sense rather than me trying to explain it too much.
Right here I'm using the level to get a dimension from the internal wall out to the brickwork, which matches the same size as the window frame and reveal together. Once I mark this on the brickwork, I can cut it, and that's going to create room for the new frame to sit hard up against the brickwork, sit flush inside when we go to put the architraves on. Let us know if you have any questions, and we'll do our best to answer them in a future video.
I'm just going to shoot off. We're going to get some architraves. I've done the trims outside. They're looking good. Just need the painter to touch it up. yeah, go grab those trims and then we'll be back to finish her off. Hey. What's up? Oh, so good. It's just really dirty. There's a bit of cleanup to do. Mm.
Did you need me to come with you?
Yeah, I do. It's awesome. I've got enough bullnose. Just getting material out and putting some back in, and I accidentally upset this little guy. Don't know if you can see him. Hey, possum. Anyways, leave him alone, eh?
The existing sliding door had a bottom sill which made the tiles sit back from the new door frame. So I've just cut a new reveal to sit down the bottom, and it'll cover up that gap from the concrete slab between the window frame. And I've just used some Sikaflex to hold it down, and once the Sikaflex dries it'll be a permanent solution. I could just get painted then to suit the rest. We're still working the cameras, so if you have any advice, please let us know in the comments. If we're doing a great job, give us a thumbs up. Right here I'm using my square to mark a little quirk, and this quirk is going to be where the start of the architrave sits on each corner, and where we'll be cutting our miters to come together and create a nice join on the new architrave. And it's just going to sit off the edge of that reveal about 3mm to 4mm. It's going to come jumping at you soon. This is a multi-tool. This is what I've decided to use to cut the existing skirting back. It'll allow room for the new architrave to sit hard up to the existing skirting board, nice and flush, and have a good finish. Just nailing on all the architraves here that we've just cut before to close off all those gaps between the wall frame, the plasterboard, and the new window reveal. This is going to finish it off nicely, and once painted it'll look like it was always there. Here are some before and after photos. Have a look at them, let us know what you think. Thank you for showing your support by watching our video. Give us a like, leave us a comment on what you want to see on the next one. Subscribe to our channel, hit that bell button for notifications when our next video comes out. And I hope to see you on the next one.